Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. This week, as I'm recording this, we are right between Juneteenth, which is finally a federal holiday, and the 4th of July. These are both times when people are thinking about independence and liberation and, all sorts of meanings for that, right? And it's something I've been thinking about too. And I've been thinking about how does this relate, to my own life and my own microcosm. And so I thought maybe it's something that you might be interested in as well. So I've been thinking about this. What are the things that are in my life that are holding me back that I might be able to liberate myself from, that I could declare independence from. And so when thinking about this, I wanted to share four different ways that you can think about this to be able to make some more room in your life for the stuff that really matters to you. So four different categories of things that you could declare independence from, I find are these. So the first one is just obligation. Have you said yes to something that you regret? Do you have something, that's on your calendar that you're just not looking forward to? Do you have some sort of obligation that you could actually get rid of if you thought about it a little bit more? Sometimes we think about obligation and it just feels like really burdensome when, sometimes it's false obligation that we are actually, creating a sense of obligation for ourselves where there might not exist as much in kind of reality, right? We're kind of creating that. Another way to think about things that you could liberate yourself from, responsibility, right? This seems like a funny thing to say, but are there some responsibilities that perhaps you have taken on that don't need to be yours or don't need to be yours alone? I'm thinking about things like your kids' homework. Is it your responsibility to make sure they do it, or is it theirs? Right? Maybe you're the primary person responsible for feeding your family or making sure your house is clean. Do those need to be fully on your shoulders, right? Could we more equitably share some of that load or maybe even outsource some of those things? Another category of areas to think about is relationships. Now, this is a harder one. It's definitely more emotional. But do you have relationships in your life that you feel like are dragging you down? That in your heart of hearts, you'd be better off without some of these people? You know, Maybe it's just that there's a friend who you've outgrown each other and you keep trying to connect and it's just not working anymore. Would it feel lighter? Would you feel more independent if you could just let that go, right? There are right ways and wrong ways to do this, but really think about it. Are there like more toxic relationships in your life that you need to get out of, that you need to liberate yourself from? Think about whether there are relationships that you could be declaring independence from. And then finally, the last category here is around limiting beliefs. So, do you have some beliefs that are deep seated in your brain that are holding you back from doing things? Maybe you use them as excuses because things are hard, right? And it just feels easier to say I can't, or I've always been this way, or I that's just the way I am. There are a lot of times that we have limiting beliefs about ourselves or our circumstances, and it's worth just taking a look at those. One of my favorite tricks for trying to figure this out is to do a little bit of a wording trick. So if you have some sentence that where you can input, I can't blank because of blank. So fill that in. I can't blank because of blank. Now use those same blanks, but instead say, I can blank despite blank. So we're replacing because of with despite and see how that feels, right? Could you liberate yourself from one of these limiting beliefs by simply swapping out that language and thinking about it a little bit differently? Now, I hope this has helped you. I hope that during this time, you're also thinking about just ways that you could, free yourself for more of the stuff that matters to you. And these four ways are just ways to think about it that might be helpful. Drop a comment right here in the video that lets me know, what are you looking forward to liberating yourself from? Is it a responsibility, a relationship? Is it an obligation? Or is it one of those limiting beliefs that you can just kick to the curb?
Hey guys, it's the video editor here, and I just want to quickly tell you to like and subscribe because only a small percentage of the people that watch our videos actually subscribe, and it'd just be a really big help. Also, make sure to comment, and that's all.